I joined a popular agency mastermind taught by an online business guru, and I lost $40,000. Before joining this mastermind, my agency was cruising, profitable, making amazing cash and amazing margins every month. And after following the advice from this business guru and this mastermind down to the last detail, my agency started losing money every single month. I made this video so that you can avoid making these same mistakes. So watch all the way to the end, and I'm gonna tell you how to actually make money online right now. Now, the comment that originally inspired this video is from Sam Elliott, who says, how realistic would you say this is 3 years later? How much has COVID changed in the game? I would love to hear your thoughts on the saturation of agencies for dentists. Now, let me take a step back and explain that a little bit. So this comment was posted on one of my old videos that I posted on this channel back in 2019, which was how to build a 10K per month digital marketing agency step by step. And that worked remarkably well in 2019. However, there have been changes since then. Things have changed, things have evolved. What worked then does not still work exactly the same way it does now. So I'm gonna make this whole video addressing that question. Now, to answer this question, I want to tell you guys a story. And this is a story about what happened with me and my agency over the past 6 months. And the reason why this story is relevant is that towards the end of 2021, so about 6 months ago, as at the time I'm recording this, I joined a popular agency mastermind. There's a price tag of $10,000 to join. And the tactics taught in this mastermind were similar in style to the ones that I talked about in my 2019 video. Now, my experience in joining this mastermind was very interesting. Before joining, I had an agency that was averaging about $30,000 a month of revenue at a very healthy 50% profit margin. So it was a nice cash cow of a business, and I wanted to scale that thing up to 100K per month. So I joined this mastermind and I started digging into what they recommended. And this was a very tried and true system that had worked for many, many people. So immediately what I learned is that I needed to go onto Upwork and hire someone to scrape lists of dental offices, as my agency is in the dental niche. 2, run ads to all of these dental offices and start booking in leads. 3, set up a 2-step sales process, a short intro call followed by a Zoom call where I go through a polished slide deck following the slide deck template. And then 4, set up this whole thing automated in Go High Level. So all the leads are getting automatic voicemail drops, text message, emails, all this stuff. So I took about a month, set all of this stuff up and pressed go and started running my own ads to try to attract new clients in this, what was supposed to be a cutting edge scalable system. Now, my first red flag that I didn't realize at the time, but I do in hindsight, is that as I started hopping on these sales calls with potential clients, I heard over and over again them saying things like, hey, Sean, like, I've heard this so many times before. What makes you different from the other 5 agencies that have literally pitched me this same thing? And I also started getting a lot of complaints about the price. Like, this is too expensive. There's so many people like you with similar presentations with almost the same system that I've been talking to. And yours is a bit more expensive than the rest of them. And I started getting all of these objections. And what I didn't realize at the time is that was some clear evidence that there was a market saturation problem happening. But at the time, I dug into the mastermind I was in. I looked through all the sales training, the objection handling, how to overcome those objections, and I got my close rate up to about 30%, which according to the metrics in that system is actually quite good. So I was able to start signing on and closing these new clients. However, the quality of the yes that I got from these clients was not a wholehearted, full body, excited yes from these clients. They were saying yes, but they were hesitant, they were skeptical. It was in their mind, they were thinking, okay, this guy's, he had a good presentation, he's good at talking, he overcame some of my objections. I'm gonna try this for 1 month and see what this agency, North Digital, can do. And with that in mind, I did start signing on a high quantity of new clients, but they were skeptical clients from the beginning. So when all was said and done, I ran the numbers, I did the math, and I was acquiring new clients at a cost of about $2,000 per new client. So this is the amount of ad spend I needed to spend to run ads, to generate the leads, to take them through the funnel, the intro call, the demo call, and sign them on. Now, Initially, I thought, wow, this is awesome, because I knew that based on historic data, the lifetime value of a client for me was really high. I would charge about $1,800 a month. On average, these clients would be retained for about 18 months. So if you do the math, $1,800 times 18 months multiplied by a 50% profit margin, the lifetime value of a new client for me was about $16,000. So here I was thinking, wow, I have this license to print money. All I have to do is spend $2,000 and I'm going to be acquiring new clients that are going to be worth $16,000 to me. However, unfortunately, that was not the case. What started happening is that these new cohort of clients would churn after only 1 or 2 months. And this was crazy because my existing old cohort of clients would stay for 18 months or more. We even had one old client that's been with us for 4 years. So churning after a month or two was unheard of. And the reason that they told us they were churning is that the leads would not turn into new patients. Their receptionist didn't have time to properly answer the leads. Some other agency was offering them something similar to what we're offering them, but they're offering an even better guarantee. And all of these reasons they kept giving me, expecting that they needed a crazy ROI in month 1 to justify keep going. What I soon realized was there was two core problems that were causing all of these surface level problems for the clients. The first issue is that the market was way too saturated. There were hundreds of other agencies that had taken the same mastermind course I had taken, were also in the dental niche, and were offering them the exact same thing. And the bigger problem was that many of these people were actually beginners, and they would offer these clients guarantees that there's no way could be fulfilled upon. Like, we guarantee you 20 new patients in month 1, which you just oftentimes can't make that guarantee, honestly. And what they would do, these novices, is that they would get a management fee for 1 or 2 months before the client churned, but that was still progress for them. So we were in this saturated space where they had so many alternatives and so many voices offering them the same thing that led to these clients having really unrealistic expectations in terms of results and in terms of timeline. I remember one example, we were talking to a lady and I told her that, hey, if this system works as it should, you're going to be getting a 7x return on investment. And she told me, you know what? That's actually not that great. I need a higher than a 7x return on investment. I'm thinking, like, are you kidding me? Any logical business owner should be excited with a 700% return, but she wanted more. And the reason she wanted more is that so many other agencies had presented her with a similar slide deck, but just changed the numbers to make their results look better than they likely actually would be. And we talked to, probably my favorite example is this client we had in Manhattan in New York. And he told us from the beginning that we were the 6th agency he'd worked with, like, in the past year and a half. Sure enough, the results weren't where he wanted in month 1, and then he ended working with us. So 6 times in a row, he was just cycling through these same churn and burn agencies, all following the same proven step-by-step template. The second fundamental problem is that the caliber of client that comes in through a cold Facebook ad is going to be lower than the caliber of client that I used to get, which would come in through one of my organic YouTube videos or through a referral. People that spend a lot of time on Facebook, that see an ad, you're a stranger to them, they decide to try you. It's a different type of person. They're going to be more skeptical. They're not going to be as invested in the process. They're not going to do their part in the process as well as someone who watched one of my 20-minute dental marketing videos, was already pre-sold on working with me, called me, and then we moved forward and worked together. So that was the second issue. The market was oversaturated, and Facebook and Instagram ads were not the best place to find really high quality new clients. So with all this in mind, I had to put a pause on this after actually losing quite a bit of money, because I was spending $2,000 in ad spend to get each client, and the lifetime value of these new clients were maybe $1,000 to $1,200. So once all was done, I had incurred about a $30,000 to $40,000 loss on all these clients, the clients that had churned, and also the extra software I'd paid for, the appointment setter I'd hired, the media buyer I was paying for. So I put a pause to all of that, took a step back, and tried to figure out what had gone wrong. And the conclusion I came to is that I had bought a mastermind that was teaching a system that might have worked 3 or 4 years ago really effectively, but it doesn't work anymore. It's oversaturated. the systems are a little bit old and the clients are completely overexposed to this kind of marketing and this kind of offer. So there was just too much competition, and the opportunity that existed at one point no longer existed. And this is the same deceit that gurus are going to show you to get you to buy their courses, because they will have testimonials from people that went through that program many years ago, but that doesn't mean it still works today. Now, I'm not saying that the mastermind was a complete waste of time. I actually did still get some insights from it. I got a lot of insights that allowed me to make this video. Had I been a beginner, I think the mastermind would have been a lot more valuable, because it would have showed me the basic steps that I already knew. But under no circumstance in 2022 will someone be able to blindly follow the steps of a mastermind and achieve success. That's just a fact. So by this point, you guys are probably wondering, okay, Sean, what do you suggest if you do want to start a successful digital marketing agency in 2022? And I'll tell you guys what conclusion I've come to, and I think this is going to help you as well. So the conclusion I've come to for me is that my unique skill, my unique advantage was actually my ability to make videos like this, engaging, interesting videos, post them to YouTube, and acquire clients organically in this format. And throughout this whole process of following the mastermind, I had taken a break from making these videos as frequently. So I had my inbound leads organically had gone down. So since pausing all the paid ads, pausing all the complex systems, I've come back to making videos. I've come back to really focusing in on giving my clients an amazing experience. And once again, profitability has returned to my agency. So that was my solution so far. And the way I would generalize this for people looking to grow their agency right now is as follows. I'll show you guys a Venn diagram on my computer, which is going to illustrate this point really well. The way I'm going to illustrate this is with a Venn diagram. So we have one circle here, and in here is going to be the step-by-step proven processes, masterminds, courses, etc. And this is what you're going to learn if you buy any type of agency course or mastermind. Now we have the second circle, and this is the one that does not get talked about as much. Is going to be your unique skills, talents, connections, etc. And this is going to be, anything such as video skills, industry knowledge. So for example, if you're a CPA, then starting an agency for accountants, or if you used to be a plumber or electrician, starting an agency in that space. Any kind of connections you have. For example, let's say you have a retail connection and you can get people's physical products in Walmart stores because you used to be a manager there. Something that leverages that, right? Anything that's unique to you that other people can't copy. Now, where your successful business actually lies is going to be in the intersection of these two circles. So this is where your successful agency lies, is what can you do that, yes, leverages the proven step-by-step systems, but incorporates your unique skills, talents, and connections. And the lie that a lot of coaches, masterminds, and gurus will tell you is that the only circle you have to care about is this left one, the step-by-step process. And that is simply not true. In 2022, given how saturated online business has become, if you only focus on blindly following any kind of step-by-step process, it will not work, or it will not work very well. You will have to, at some point, add in something unique that only you can bring to the table, simply so that other people can't copy you and you are able to actually outcompete your competition. So to summarize this video, guys, yes, an agency is still an amazing business model to start. It requires very little starting capital. It produces an amazing cash flow. It's a business model that's accessible to almost anyone all over the world and can truly give you financial freedom and independence. But in order to be successful, you have to bring something unique to the table. For me, it's my ability to make these engaging videos, to get new clients for free, to trust me organically on YouTube, reach out to me, and become a high quality client. And these clients are in a totally separate pool than the clients on Facebook that the thousands of other people are trying to target. So I've carved out my own niche of clients through my ability to create organic YouTube content and my passion in creating these types of videos. So that's one of my unique advantages that I will be leveraging more and more going forward. And you need to think about, what is your unique advantage? Do you have specialized knowledge in an industry that other people can't copy? Do you have a certain skill and a way to get clients that other people are not going to be able to copy? Whatever it is, you need to think about that and how you can apply that and combine that with the step-by-step processes, which is an important part, but is not the full picture. So I'm gonna wrap this video up here, guys. Let me know in the comments below where you're at in your online business journey. Subscribe to this channel, give this video a like if you want to see more content like this. And until next time, I will see you guys later.